Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everybody. I can see everybody's busy right now, so if you're watching live or if you're watching as a lurker or probably a VOD viewer, either way, I'm glad to have you along. Hi, this is Sigurd Chronosecht, your Clockwork Wizard at your service tonight, today, in whichever time you are in. Time is really quite interesting here. It's a little bit, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff. And it can go anywhere, anytime. So at this point, we are currently in one phase of a time loop. Not exactly a time loop, but it's all basically a time stream. So whichever it is, glad to have you along. Glad to see you here in this moment, in this little bubble here. Welcome. So some of you, or most of you, might be busy today, so I can see that. Maybe that's the case. For myself, I've been rather busy as well. Life's been like that for a while now, so whichever it is, I hope you're doing well. Everybody's having your time to rest, having your time to, enjoy themselves. You are getting ready. So, last time, we had Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn finish last week. That's the current update today. So, what we're looking forward to right now is that we have some updates on what the results are for this scenario. And in this case, we got Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward starting real soon. Before I switch over to that screen, we'll get ourselves ready here. I'm also going to get myself ready for some materials and stuff. So one main thing that I got on here. Check the chat system over here just to make sure everything is in line. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to reveal the update on which decision showed up. So if in case, I'm going to type it on the chat right now to tell you what were the results. So we got two results here for Ishgard and for the community post. So, first result. I'll be able to type it down. Sorry about that. But I think I'll have to post this in the community post to let you know what is the full setup. Because either way, depending on which decision we took, I'm still going to start with one other job. Probably on this stream or on the next stream. Let me see it soon. But mainly, the results are as follows. For those who missed it, and for those who are catching up to it. Discord says that they are mostly going for just doing as astrologian and machinist as planned. Meanwhile, we have an interesting dynamic with the YouTube version. The YouTube version of the poll says we are going for all three, so that includes Dark Knight. And combining the votes together, I can see that the clear winner apparently is the whole trifecta going through. So we have a DPS, a healer, and a tank. For the first time, we're gonna have a tank in the lineup. So that's our result today. You're gonna be seeing the results in a community post later after the stream, so you will know what exactly was the decision. So speaking of which, let's say hello and welcome to everyone who's watching now. So if you're watching this live, if you're watching the VOD, if you're watching but you have me on another monitor, like how some of you would enjoy this, lurker or active chatter or anyone, glad to have you along. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. We are about to start the expansion. So I say hello, Solaire, hello, welcome. You made it in time. We're about to start. So let us get there real quick. Let me just swap over because I'm going to show you some important parts. Here we go. And you don't see me right now, but you can hear the music. There we go. And as we're doing this, let me also set up another thing here. Because right now, I'm about to show you the intro for this new season. Well, technically the intro movie for this particular expansion, but it's technically a new season, as last time we watched the previous season opener, quote-unquote, of Final Fantasy XIV, which was A Realm Reborn. Now, we are in Season 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heavensward. Man, that sent chills down my spine. Whoa. And just in time, hello May, welcome to the stream. And this is Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. We're now in Season 2 of this wonderful journey And we just started the intro movie showing where we are at now. So that whole scenario, that whole movie actually showed you where we were last time and where we are now. It really shows a lot of things that took place. It's like it's pretty much summed up the final moments of the game before we reached this section of the portion. And oh, glad to hear that this is your favorite, May. This is a really cool expansion, especially if you were playing this before during the free trial. At a time when I was first playing this with my very first character, this is a really insane moment. Okay, before we continue again, hold on. Before the game starts cycling in again, let's go in and enter the login screen. As you would notice, I did something already for my character right now. So you notice good old Sigurd here is now wearing his uniform in blue. And I decided also to use the samurai today. I'm going to be wearing this outfit. As you would notice, I also have another one that's on the works. Meet. Squishy. No, we're not playing with him though. He's not our man today. Although I'm playing him on and off today. But he's not the main character for this stream. It's going to be our friend here. This main guy, right here. This handsome guy. The Clockwork Wizard's Kyoran familiar. Whatever it is. Anyway, we are going to continue our story from last time. So, what happens now? So we're about to see this in a bit. So let's try to log in, queue in, and see where we are at. So just to give you a heads up for those who are watching, what really happened here. In case you haven't watched, please go back, check out the previous VODs, but in case you don't have the time yet, feel free to pick up the last part. Just to put it simply, majority of the Scions and Seventh Dawn have vanished, or if not, currently occupied somewhere, and we cannot congregate with them. So we're currently stuck with ourselves here. So we're currently the ones in place here, so it's just us. Aside from ourselves, we got these two. Alfino, for being a haughty man, a haughty little boy that he is, found himself knocked down a good number of pegs. So this kid, oh, poor kid. I think there's going to be a few more pegs to knock out of this guy. However, the one I could not stand crying for some reason, not exactly stand, but I can't resist. Like, the moment you see this one crying, the moment you see Tataru crying, it's gonna melt your heart. It's like, you don't wanna see her disappointed like that. So whenever we can, let's do her proud. So now all three of us are here. Let us start with the whole scenario. And as you would notice, we are inside Ishgard. They're not exactly in Ishgard. This is Kurthus. We have the coat of arms of Ishgard right up here. In case you haven't noticed this yet, that is their coat of arms, which represents, I believe, 4 royal houses, 4 high houses. We'll learn more later. This is going to be a history lesson later. Anyway, let's get to it. It's time to go.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Ul'dah and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchefon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmond has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortin. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
That sounds promising.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scions' legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Here, here!
And I think everybody noticed now. Ooh, there it is. Ah, that glorious sound. Okay, anyone who has noticed, I think you would have noted that the voices, specifically the voice cast for many of the characters here, have changed over the years. This is the part where they started switching out their voice actors for the roles. I think some of the previous voice actors had become busy with other projects, so they ended up with new ones. Right now, this is the debut, I think, for... I remember, I think the voice actor for Alphino is Colin Ryan. This is a different one to Sam Riegel, who was the previous one that did voice Alphino. I think that's also the case with the other members. Like the one I noted was Oriange for Gideon Emery. He got replaced by another voice actor named Timothy Watson. You'll hear him later. Not sure about. I think I remember who got Thancred. I forgot the name. But the previous actor, Taliesin Jaffe, was replaced at that point with the new actor. I forgot his name. I gotta look this up. Anyway, right now, Alphino doesn't sound annoying anymore, so I think it's a different voice direction this time. And this time, he sounds a little more endearing now. So, don't worry. There's now a good reason to simp for Alphino. For anyone who wants him, you can have him. He's a dear boy over here, so you'll enjoy him here. And our mainstay here is going to be Horshafon, this guy over here, our best buddy. He's going to be our best buddy. He's a real one, as Soleil would have pointed out. He's a real one. You can see why. Horshafon, harsh heart, as Soleil would call him. I'm not sure what May calls this guy. Anyway, let's go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. Need but state your names, and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then. Okay. Sign. Let's go. And today, let's ride. It's pretty cold out. So. And as you notice, this is our reward from last time. We just got our Onion Knight. But I think we should also show the other one. Darkness. Right here. Look at this. His name is Ashafart. I can hear you, Solaire. I can hear you from here. Oh boy. And yep, that's the Puff of Darkness. That's a Cloud of Darkness minion. And the last time we did the last part, the final part, which is the World of Darkness, the last time I did this, it was a rough time. Because the tank was also new. It was insane. But it was one of the best fights I've ever had. A really tricky carry, but it was cool. And I think it would be best if we ride the Chocobo. It's pretty sunny, just like how it happened earlier today. So I'm not sure for some of you, but for us here, for myself, of course, and for everybody else, we've had quite a sunny day today. And I think we're finally here now. Last time we had a duty take place here. This time is a little different. Wonder why. Wards of House Forton? Ah, yes. You may pass. Let's enter.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came.
He didn't need any snow coat. Yeah, it's unfortunate. He forgot to bring one. He's trying to...
To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. though none knew then how great.
I'll draw. So apparently the reason why he didn't have a winter coat on or a snow coat on, A, he forgot, and 2, he's trying his best not to look, he's trying his best not to look like he's chilling, but in reality he actually is. Greetings, Master Chronosecht. On behalf of House Fortom, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you all would come with me. Guess we have to follow. But before we do that, let us go here. One thing I have to do first. Synchronize. We are now attuned to Ishgard. Okay then, let's head straight up. Okay. See that there's nothing here, so that means you have to go straight up. Here. Just in case you're wondering where we are at, and where the location is, this is the pillars. Oh no, this is not the pillars, this is the foundation, which is the lower half. What we're heading to is the pillars, which is the upper half, right up here. Which looks quite elegant, if I may say so myself. Look at this. Ah, yes, this area. I remember this spot. Especially over here. This one's a stage. A good place to hang out. Right here. Imagine sitting it out here while you're waiting for your cue. Sitting here. Standing in front of that. Wait, did she just... okay. That's cute. Look at this, guys. He's just perching. Oh, boy. Okay, let's go. So, our next destination is over here. There he is. Archifon. The Warrior of Light and his brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I have waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Fortom Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends. Introductions must be made.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortom, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortom, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortom.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Oh yeah, here we are. Interesting location here. That we're at it. Let's see what we have. We have Archfont here, we have Tataru, and then we got these two guys. And the dad over here, Count Edmund of Photon. Oh, here. For who, I wonder? Let's find out. Though our friends in House Fortomp had been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. My tongue is not working. It is only proper that we learn about our new home, so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. There's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. It seems a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. Companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. But I grow forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. The documentation is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. Those documents identify you as wards of House Forton. And before we continue, hey, Alex, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. You are definitely here. And the last part, how to translate that, there's a lot of ways to translate that, I think. But glad to have you along. And just made it to Season 2. It just missed in case you missed the previous stream, that was the finale of Season 1. This is Season 2, which is arguably, some would say, critically acclaimed. In fact, this is where the story actually picks up. Pick up it has. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Forton. But let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured, we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Sigurd, Tataru, the city awaits. Oh yeah, you can catch the VOD, don't worry. The VOD also covers like the Crystal Tower arc, which is the 24-man alliance raid based and inspired from Final Fantasy III. So if you remember watching Final Fantasy III being streamed on this channel, lots of references are going in there. So give that a look. Let's go. And also for those who are wondering what happened to the poll last time as to which jobs I'm going to be taking, I'll post the official announcement, but I'll say it here now. We are taking all 3 jobs. I repeat, we are taking all 3 jobs. So let's check out with the steward here. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you the hall plot, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. I shall then show you around the Jewel Crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services, before descending to Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza, of course, if there are no questions. So, from the looks of it, we are gonna go to a different spot here. If I'm guessing this correctly, we're currently in upper area. I'm not sure what the name of this area is. We are at the last vigil. This is the kind of like home of the aristocrats and the high class citizens of Ishgard. Most notably, the 4 high houses are here. House for Tom is over here, as denoted by the unicorn. I'm not sure which house this was. I kind of forgot. But we'll come back to that later. So I think you're telling us to go up here. Ah, there they are. And this is the hall plot. I like how they named their city sections. The Hoplon, so named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Oh, you got a church here. Okay. That's a big one. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Gordon's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphino. These are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thordan I to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there's much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the Jeweled Crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, our master of the markets. Going to the market. So that's a cathedral right there. We went this way. Another shard. Let's activate this one. Oh, I like that. I like that outfit right there. St. Raymond's. Oh, look at this. That's an awesome outfit right there. Though this might be more of a uniform of sorts. That looks good. Looks so good that I dig it. I want to get my own copy of that for glamour purposes. Oh, down here. Oh, there's a market. Here we are. Hold on. Yeah, I think you're right, May. I'm definitely gonna like that outfit. Especially in this weather. Yeah, I'm gonna need that outfit too. So, yeah. For roleplay reasons, I'm taking it. Oh, here she is. Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Wards of House Vartan. How very interesting. Count Edmund has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable... Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrement, medicine, materials, whatever you desire, can be found in the Crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next destination is the Aetherite Plaza in Foundation, if everyone is ready. Oh look, Tatter with a cute lad. Alright, that sounds good. A good place to check out. So if we're going to the Aetherite Plaza, the area where we went downstairs. You know what's interesting about Ishgard? If anyone of you is familiar with Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings, it kind of gives you that vibe, like that, you know, that massive grand structure. It kind of looks like it's shy of being a tower almost, but it's actually a city. But the only difference is that this one is sitting on top of a mountain or something like that. And to make it even funnier, you have that, and then you have other floating islands along with it. There's something else about this place that is fascinating. Okay, we just got the Aetherite over here, which is interesting. Ethernet shard is up and running now. Got the others here. There you go. Oh, this way. Ah, there he is. And here we are. Here we have Foundation's Aetherite Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aetherite, it would be wise to do so now. Shall. But I did so. I think I'll grab this for the samurai. Funny that it looks kind of like the Jester's hat for some reason. Okay. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There, our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly. While to the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Aflano. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You must judge me, sir, for I am no lord but a humble traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have ye? Take a turn down the Hoplon and gulp at the statues? Well, if you have a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight if your nursemaid'll let you. My humblest apologies, Master Alfino. Pray pay the drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Sigurd. There are few sources of information most abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say that what we might learn of recent events? I'm coming too. Okay, that got interesting. We're going to the bar. We're going to the tavern, folks. But, do you think we should finish this quest now before we take the additional jobs? Or we just go at it and pick it up now? What do you think? I hear a yes. Yes to picking him up now, or yes to finishing this one bit of the quest first before doing that. Okay, now we have access to Forgotten Knight. Story first. Okay, we will do story first then. Okay, let's enter through this door. Some travelers here. That's an interesting little stranger in there. Oh, okay. I'll let them take care of themselves. What's going on here? Must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments. Master Gibralont. Just Gibralont will do. And I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can promise it'll live to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I cannot help but know the difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, you say? You spotted that, did you? Hi, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality mind, but not the sort of stuff I'll recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lower levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask? Cause when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living in at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. It's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the Broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about that mind, which is why, considering your present company, I recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alfino, I think it would be best if we return to Forton Manor. Go on ahead without me. I'll stay for a drink. I'm staying for a drink or two. Oh, Tataru's up to something. Miss Tataru, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place. Least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alfino. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Ah, indeed. But will you be safe here on your own? Of course. Do you know how often I looked after the Waking Sands and the Rising Stones by myself? If I had a guild for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich. I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. No doubt not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then, Tataru. Sigurd and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will. I suppose we'll leave this Lala behind. And she's waving her. This little one. Okay. Lady B. Just head to Forton Manor. Get this done. Speaking of Forton Manor, hold on. I can't resist. I have to go down. Give me a sec, folks. So we'll have to go down here. There's a door too. Oh dang! What the hell? Oh, this guy is having it rough. Bowl of beets, small beer perhaps. Him? Lost his little girl to the pox. As they could be. Okay. This is the Broom. Aye, the days and nights of Ishgard grow colder. But the weather is not to blame. The bite of cold can be cruel at times, but the feeling of hopelessness and despair chills our people to the core. It's even worse. If in case you're wondering, folks, this is the lower levels. Just right down here. As you would notice, I think I don't have to say it here. I think you know what's up. You can tell what's up. You can see a really palpable class divide. I think everybody knows what's up here. Down here is not looking so great. Alright. There might have been one more. Let's see. Let's check the Ethernet. Is that everything? Ah, yes, I forgot about the other ports. Where's over here? Neutral over there. Okay, let's hug the eastern side. Before we go there, let's go to the eastern side. So we have multiple locations already accessible for warping, and this will make the whole navigation easier for us. This is before we jump into the story, of course. And also another thing, before I forget, while I'm setting this up, this week, technically this weekend rather, might be the last time for now, for this month. Might be the last time I'll be streaming. And I'm considering returning around... Let me check my calendar real quick, because I want to be sure if this is correct. So next week, starting the 27th, 28th, around that weekend, I won't be around. That would be the surgery, correct? Solaire actually guessed it right. That is when the surgery takes place. Actually, that is actually the recovery period. The surgery treatment actually starts around 26th. 27, 28, I'm still down. 29, 30, I'm still recovering, so I won't be going to work yet. Come October, there's a bunch of things I have to also prepare for. So, this might mean there might be lesser streams, or if there's going to be some streams, it's going to be... there's going to be like a sort of slowdown, if maybe shorter streams in this case. There's going to be that moment. But I'll still keep up with the schedule of pushing through with the streams on the weekend. And if there's any holidays I can take advantage of, I will use it. You will see me online at that point. But most of the time would be for that upcoming week, around next week. Next week I'm still fine, but around 27, 28, won't be streaming. I'm still recovering. I'll gauge myself if I'm good to go around 4th and 5th of October, but hoping that we're ready to go, I can basically stream and continue the story with you folks. Not, well, you'll know what's up. I'll let you know what will be the case there. Because most likely either I'm still recovering or something else. In any case, more games for all of us in the meantime. Although that means also more downtime for me, so I'm going to be doing something else at that point. If I can stream, I will let you know. Otherwise, if I stream, I might be streaming a game without me talking. Which might not be fun for some. I don't know. But if you prefer the no commentary method, I might be interacting with you via chat. But we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be a key thing here. So. Anyway. I think we just like went all over the place there, but let's open a few more. There's a shard here. If in case anyone's wondering, why am I having a surgery? It's basically getting myself ready for tooth extraction. That's basically it. I'm getting my teeth removed. Specific teeth. There's not the whole shebang. So now that we have I'm toying around with stuff again. Anyway, now that we have all the shards opened up for the Ethernet, we also have easier time to navigate the city. Now, let's go. Enter. Well, welcome, Master Here we go again. Welcome, Master Chronosecht. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes, you may. And look at this. I'm a contrast to everybody else's in red. And black. Whichever color. I'm blue. Tell us then, Master Alfino, does Ishgard meet your expectations? That which I imagined pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. And when those took me past the scars left by the Wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating. Casualties unspeakable. The Wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Sir Aymeric has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There's much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all that you've done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most generous offer, Master Alfino. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation. Let or lean. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to able our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Master Chronosecht, I could ask for no other better than a storied veteran such as yourself. A man with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Artoirel and Emmanuelaine in their duties. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the fury, the two of you, will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station and show Master Chronosecht the respect he deserves. This is the man who slew Gaius van Belzar, and some half-dozen primals besides. He is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand boy. If you can pardon them their impropriety, Master Chronosecht, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. My thanks. If you're willing, they may even learn something from you. Oh boy, this is gonna get interesting real fast. Oof. It seems we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortomp has taken a tremendous risk. until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large. The Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so, he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, whilst simultaneously keeping his sons in check. It is an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard. We have even new allies. Yes, the more I think about it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. He has a point, though. Yeah. Okay, so this is the split. We have two MSQ directions we can go for. But I think this will be the mark of not the end of the stream. We just started. This is the mark of the side quest section. I'm going to start opening the jobs. And if in case we stop here, basically this is the point where I'm going to start leveling the jobs, because some of them are going to start at the lower level. So we're going to unlock the jobs that we're going to need here. Now, as agreed upon in our previous poll, we are going to see 3, not 2, 3 jobs. And first one we're going to start with is the one that I'm planning to actually main the whole time. The reason why I started this whole game in the first place, being forced to take the summoner job, has been, I don't know, it's been lore accurate so far when I think about it. But at the same time, I think this might capture the idea more. So, we are going to the Skysteel Manufactory. We're gonna get one of our vaunted jobs in the process. I talk about Machinist. We're gonna start with the gun. Yeah, if in case you're wondering, this is most likely the Darshan Hammerheart job. You'll understand why. So, Alex, if you're still here, I think you might like this one. You and Darshan both, I think. Because you're the first ones that come to mind. I'm not sure if Ted Jackson would like this job. We'll see. My prospectometer seems rather fond of you. Let us see. Let's see, shall we? On garb, striking presence. Would I be right in assuming that you are one of those adventurous types? Ah, I thought as much. Prospectometer seldom lies. And let me just say you have made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Welcome to the Skysteel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But we also accept students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the technique of the machinist. Huh? What say you? Are you interested in joining us in exploring the machinist discipline? I would say yeah. You are? Well, of course you are. Otherwise, the prospectometer would not have registered your obvious interest. In my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. The name's Stéphane Vienne. Stéphane Vienne de Heilenot. And you are? Sigurd Chronosecht at your service, sir. Oh, cool. Sigurd, is it? Well, Sigurd, allow me to welcome you once more to the Skysteel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, it is our charge to develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But pray forget about these tired old inventions. The future lies in machinistry, a technology that weds the genius of Master Garland's Magitech with traditional etherology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline. And in the steady hands of trained machinists, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. Though I would dearly love to expand upon my revolutionary theories, we shall begin by familiarizing you with the tools of the trade, so to speak. Have you the time now for a brief lesson? Yes, we do. Side quest it is. Splendid! Now, the first thing you must learn is the proper technique for handling a fire. Where in the hell is our master of marksmanship? I swear the man is never around, never about when I need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing. Here I've mercilessly piqued your interest, and now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Mayhap the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with the equipment necessary to learn basic marksmanship. And I might explain you the particulars of the machinist's profession. I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, my lordship. Left a letter of resignation on your workbench and all. Confound the man. We cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial juncture in our growth. Joy, prepare mine accoutrement. I shall drag that scoundrel back by the lapels, if need be. But, my lordship, we ain't even sure of where to start looking. Make a salient point, my dear. Our prospectometer points to the lands of Lanosia. Ah, yes, I should have realized that he would return to his homeland. Lanosia, my lordship. Are you sure you want to go there? I heard it's a nasty place where folk will laugh you across the face as soon as they look at you. I must admit a little familiarity with environments. Hark, Joy. Prospectometer chirps again. Of course, our aspiring machinist. We shall have the worldly Sigurd here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harshest corner of Eorzea, the wilds of Lanosia must be akin to a garden path. Is that not so? I don't know how to answer this, folks. I don't know. First or second? Is it really a garden path? I wouldn't go that far. Now, no false modesty. Whatever knowledge you have of the place must far exceed ours, no matter your protestations. You will consent to guide us, will you not? Yep, we will. Then it's settled. Joy here, in addition to her loyal services to House Hylinot, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark her technique. Mark her well during our little jaunt to Lanosia. Speaking of which, we must needs decide upon a somewhat less vague destination. I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning companions from a camp overlook. Let that be our first port of call. I suppose we could pay that area a visit, John. Camp overlook it is. That means we have to warp from... Oh god, we're gonna warp from lower decks. Oh no! Bike ride it is, folks. Bike ride it is. King. Get to the top. And then from here, we shall take a bike. Considering we're using a machinist anyway, so we might as well take a bike. Let's see now. Yeah, that's the Eastern Lanosia. There it is, the west. So while we're doing this, how is everybody doing this week? A lot of insane news coming up lately, so keeping an eye and track of a bunch of things. It's kind of hard to keep track of a lot of things. So sad to say, I haven't been keeping an eye on much. Though there are some new games coming out, as well as some wonderful series to watch. Just recently, I just caught up with Dan, which is an anime that some of you might be familiar with. Oh boy, was it a doozy. Nevertheless, it's still awesome. Awesome thing to watch. Another thing that also came out recently is a short film. It's a short film that came out recently, that animated short film specifically, that apparently seems to be a work of passion. Pretty good, although it's done by some renowned artists of that. Yeah. Which one am I referring to? Referring to this animated film called Ban, which I think it's Thai or Ho. It's a nice one. It's a really nice short animated film. 30 minutes. Give it a look because it has quite the lore out there. There's a lot to unpack in just a few minutes of that. Pretty good. I see everybody's had a long and hard week. So did I. Let me share to you what that long week was. So for me, that one particular long week was characterized by a lot of cases going here and there. Although we have like some slow days for some slow days in certain portions of that. But most of the time, it's a tricky business. Lots of things happen. Although it's kind of like a calm before the storm because it's not much. Like it's still doable, but sometime later in the year, it's gonna get rough. Rough it should be. Oh no, they're after us. Oh boy. In the thick of it, bunch of them. Oh no, you don't. Here we are. So, this is Camp Overlook. Indeed, its inhabitants do seem the type to cloud a man in the face in place of how do you do? Shall we make some inquiries after our prematurely retired instructor? Let us rendezvous at this spot once we've gathered what intelligence we may. Let's ask around. books. Bloke late of Ishgard. Aye, there was a stranger coming about, asking after one of our lads. Told him the sorry sod he was looking for was in a cabin by the lift, resting up an axe wound. Resting up from an axe wound? That hurts, if that's the case. What about you? You mean that big Rogadin bastard? I'll find him pacing the boards in front of the infirmary. Some of the lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say how. Not much info on that either. I've seen him alright. Got himself a cold reception too. Can't come apologizing for a deed of a decade old. Just expect to be forgiven. Something's up. Something is really up and I'm not sure what. How fare your interrogations? Seymour man came here but to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of the winch, you say? Let's investigate this infirmary then. Oh, this guy. Were the conditions of your employment not satisfactory? Return with us to the manufactory, and we can discuss more favorable terms. I understand that Ishgardians present accord machinists. I understand that Ishgardians presently accord machinists far less than the respect they deserve. But I promise you, our worth shall shine through in due time. People will clamor to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now, Rosenthal. Think of the future. Leave me be. One more step, and I'll blow your yapping jaw off. Joy, if you please. Oh. What? You shite-eating bastard. Next time I'll aid for a shaft between your thighs. Are you not proud? It was you who taught Joy everything she knows about shooting. And spitting colorful profanity besides. Aye, the last learned me lessons well enough. Well enough to be your new master of marksmanship, I wager. Do you think so? Oh, but no. Joy is far too busy with her duties at the manor house. And besides, we have this budding machinist who's simply dying to learn from the great Rosenthal. What? What did I do? Buffalo shite. Any scrag who's known me would rather I did the dying. Oh, just look at you. The epitome of a roguish swashbuckler. Why ever did you cease brandishing your weapon in that fashion? Because only pirates come hold firedom like this, and I ain't gonna teach the machinist no way hopeless sausage-fingered adventurer what you dragged into off the street. Then you are saying that if our sausage-fingered adventurer show a glimmer of hope, you will consent to instruct him? Did you hear that, Sigurd? This is your chance to play your aptitude for marksmanship. Here. I took the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Consider our reluctant instructor that you are serious in your intentions. Okay. I just got myself a gun. You have the look of you have the look of a Leminson adventurer about you. Oh, he knows. Fine, Stefanivian. I'll give your whelp one bloody chance. One lesson to see what it's made of. Okay. Fate of the Sky Seal manufactory, nay, the very future of machinistry is in your sausage-fingered hands. Bloody hell. Take up your weapon and aim for the stars. Okay, I don't take kindly to that sausage-fingered part. But okay, sure. Seriously, sausage-fingered? Really? We just got machinist unlocked. We are now making a new set ready. We're gonna get this thing done. So give me a moment. Let's set her up now. So we got here a new gear set that we're gonna open up. Here. This one right here. We're gonna replace that with a different weapon. On tight, folks. You're getting a gun. You're dressing up. I don't like this look, so we are also glamming this up as well. Should we go with this one? Or this one? What do you think, folks? Damn sausage fingers, I know. Keep calling us sausage fingers, man. Why? Why sausage fingers? Good, I'll do the blue one for now. Might as well. Go. Date it. You're now the machinist. We shall name ourselves... I know the name for this one. Give me a second. I know the perfect name for this one. Just call him Darshan. There we go. Gear set for Darshan Hammerheart is now in order. Also, let's fix our UI real quick here. What's this? This is atrocious. There's a combo right there. Okay. So this is how it's supposed to work. Let's see here. Okay, I should put that there. Neutral. Fixing some of the stuff here, so surround. This is still temporary, so this is not exactly. Do this. Belt down here. Top. Okay, I think we got an. I think this should do it. If we get new ones, we're gonna upgrade this. Let's do it. For a first timer, you look good and comfortable with a carbine. Pity that comfort will only last right up until you shit the bleeding thing. Right. Here's a few pointers before we start so you don't put a round through your damn foot. Aim the barrel at your target, squeeze the trigger, not so bloody hard, mind, and boom goes the firearm. It's your shots will decide the kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, talk about that contraption at your waist. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me it draws on the ether in your body. Turns into the spark will feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your soul of the machinist. I based the design on the more traditional soul crystals, and it will act as a focal point for the energy conversion performed by the Ethereal Transformer. That would be the contraption Rosenthal mentioned. Okay, that would be the thing. Alright, that's all you're getting for now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you can throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket-whipped cur. There's your choices. Busted. So this is what we look like now. Got our gun here. Got our Ethereal Transformer here, which actually suits the outfit. The belt kind of connects to it too, so cool. Should be a nice touch. Hey, let's go give it a look. I'll just go. Yeah. So, in here. Well, we won't mind them yet. interesting. So yeah, we're using a gun now, folks. A gun and a fanny pack. I don't know how you're saying about that. Okay, we'll work with that. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Willing to take the test then. Rule is simple. Make your way towards the arm, it's oval. Shoot what you're told to shoot. I shall await you at the end of the trial, Sigurd. I shall await you at the end of your trial, Sigurd. I have every confidence that you shall impress our instructor with your enthusiasm and potential. Dang, I keep... Well, whatever. Let's do it. Okay. Right. We're gonna have us an old-fashioned hunt. You'll be giving instructions while I eyeball your marksmanship. Okay. So what's the instructions? Wolves will be your target. Focus on getting the feel of a range and rhythm. Try to avoid them curls. You don't want to waste your ammunition. Okay, sure. Targets the goal. Going down. So far. Nice. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's target. Okay, good. 3 down. Next up, we're hunting for bombs. Bombs, huh? Where do I find them? Oh, no. Training incendiary. How's the training incendiary? There. It's done. Not bad for a beginner. Okay. Oh, how's the other one? Try again. Here. Line of sight. Problem. Line of sight's gonna be a problem here. Oof. Avoid the curls, they're gonna be a headache. Down. bad, lad. Not bad at all. See you against some proper nasties now, eh? Rosenthal, I think you've done enough for a beginner. Not by a long shot. Want to see skins from a pair of Myacids, a pair of tigers. Wanting to fail. Ain't letting you cheap his lordship. Gonna bend the rules, then so will I. Do what you gotta do, lass. I'll be waiting for the skins of the oval. Alright then. Oh, she's out. Cheating scum. Come on, Sigurd. Docile Malicids and docile tigers? Oh, we're going down. Okay. Ah. Oh, no. Today. Too far. Nice. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's draw it. Get rid of this one too. Ah! No. Nice. Both tigers are down. Both the Myacids are down. Oh, are we done? Guess we're done. Right. On to the Hermit's Hovel. Hermit's Hovel it is. Oh, you bloody little. Oh yeah, there it is. You're down. Bring them skins then. Even with young Joy's help, you did well, lad. Huzzah! You'll return to the manufactory with us then. I said you did well. Not that we was done. You still got one last target to take down. Me. Sigurd's got talent, but even he can't win against Rosenthal. The man truly is being bothersome. Sigurd, could be so kind as to give this instructor a good drubbing. Yep. Boss fight it is. Rush your shots. Breathe. Think. Fire. Last legs it is. Brilliant performance. Saved the manufactory. Yep. Sausage Fingers wins again. Sausage Fingers wins. Funny that you say Sausage Fingers, man. What the hell? Well, there you are, instructor. Sigurd has proven his potential beyond the shadow of a doubt. You are a man of your word, are you not? Aye. I'll come back to your bloody workshop. Don't ye know why I left in the first place? Once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland. Ain't no got love for La Nocia. In fact, I'd be happy I never saw the place again. Why would you inconvenience us by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? For a sack of geld the size of me bloody head. I don't know who he's working for, but some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory. Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I ain't never seen a sword before, but if I show me face at the workshop, his boss is gonna want the guilt back, I reckon. Fete already spent it all on grog. Oh no. You'll not wiggle through my grasp that easily. I shall pay this debt, and in return, you will instruct every would-be machinist who walks through our door. Well, you've got one bugger worth teaching at least. I guess it's back to the frigid arms of Lady Ishgard for me. Was that wise, my lordship? Tile in our coffer saying it ain't exactly fit to burst him. Oh yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin. But I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare guild or two. Oh no! This is not good. Can't put a price on good people, my lordship. That you cannot, my dear. Rosenthal may be a touch standoffish at times, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. Touch talk aside, I sensed the business he had in these parts was not concluded to his satisfaction, but that the man would confide in me his troubles. I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thought of his return. You, Sigurd, you have exceeded my every expectation. Pray, join me back at the manufactory that I may thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments. We're back. I suppose we are heading back. You know what? Might as well warp. Should save us the trouble. Okay. This is our area for today. I love the music here at night. It's one of the more relaxing sounds you can ever hear. Alright, here we are. Sky Steel Manufactory. The Savior's Sky Steel Manufactory. I had hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at the ledgers counsels me to wear some prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm with the finest materials and latest design, I must humbly ask that you make do with the dated model I gave you upon camping. But I must also pass a message to you from Rosenthal. He asks that you take the skills he has taught you thus far and master them in the furnace of battle. Well, something to that effect. I assume he means to offer you further instruction once you display a sufficient level of competence, and such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents. That's a good. Now we have Hypercharge. This gives us... Oh, this gives us a new skill. Now we have Hypercharge. This will give us a new meter. Next level will be level 35. This means we're going to be grinding this job for a good bit. I need to fix this thing. Now we got the heat gauge here. And it's going to be useful for our other skills. First things first. Let me compare something real quick. What percentage here? That should be fitting. So, now that we got this, I think we are in for a bunch of unlockings. So should we grab the other jobs, or should we focus on powering up the Machinist? Or I think we can reserve that for the next episode. I know, there's a lot of things you can do with this one. So before we go to another thing, check on a few things. How is our chocolate? Have anything new yet? So, should we get the other two jobs now, or should we stick with boosting up Machinist today? What do you think? It can go either way. We have a lot of levels to burn through. Also mean we might also do some duty finder stuff and duty support stuff. Speaking of duty support, Supple Temple of Karn is ready. We're not yet ready for I think we have Halatali, but lock the other one. We haven't unlocked Cutter's Cry, have we? so we're gonna be in a spree of unlocking dungeons today. So while we're at it, let's also check the log. Okay, here we are. There's a lot of things up to find right now with it's just recently. We had a birthday or a name day take place. I think that was last week. We just had Sir Atreides celebrate his birthday. Good tidings to him, and we hope he's well. I haven't seen him in the stream ever since then. Also, I should mention this right now because not soon after, I too about to have my name day celebrated. I mean, it's gonna be my birthday in a bit. Sometime this week, in fact. Days before my surgery. The irony of the idea. So at work, there's some folks who wanted a birthday celebration for everybody in the department that's celebrating their birthday on that month, which is this month, September. And during the time, there was like 2 people that were present celebrating this. So everybody in the department started giving gifts. So persons in question were my boss and myself. Boss got a good bunch of items, which are cool, by the way. So my boss got 2 items that are really interesting. Imagine you got this wine glass, nice stock part, or stand on, and then there's a small bag, quite handy bag, kind of like a pencil case type. Cool. Nice design too. I got something interesting though. It's a nice surprise. And it was a what I got was the journal, leather-bound journal. And to my surprise, the leather-bound journal has a dragon motif on it. Rather timely that we're doing Heavensward today. But I did say that my interests lie in various things like tabletop RPGs and stuff. I did mention Dungeons and Dragons, so that might have been why the person who's planning the idea thought of buying a gift that's related to a dragon. So I got. I think that particular journal is going to find its place among my list of items that I'll be going to be making stories out of it. Build ideas from that to be wondrous. Thank you so much for that, friend. Co-worker. Excited to provide. Very thoughtful. Okay, so we're gonna unlock some dungeons here. I'm going to get as much dungeons open as possible since they're already in Heavensward, but these are originally A Realm Reborn dungeons, level 50. So we might use them for leveling stuff. It is well that you are here, Sigurd. Some burdens are too heavy to bear even for those who so favored him to abide. Know that you were chosen as much for your true heart as your skill. I speak to you in the name of the three seed seers. The eldest, Chronosecht, you will already know as the guardian of our fair land. 2 siblings has she. It is the younger of the pair, A Realm, who hears the voice of the elementals with greatest clarity. What he has heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings we have traced to the lost city of Amdapur in the south shroud. The city once throve in the fullness of magic during the fifth astral era, though sealed in the wake of its demise. Alas, the Twelveswood has been out of balance since the calamity, so riotous has its aspect become. The seal was severely weakened. When this happened, the forest surrounding the city began to wither and die. We would enjoin you to investigate the cause. Now I must confess that this is a task for a twin adder normally, but we do not live in normal times, Sigurd. Company is spread thin and you are stout with success. Will you not assist? It is well that you assent, for the need is great, so go now to Seed-Seer Raya Osena. Camp tranquil. Listen well to what she says on her brother's divination. So for those unaware, this area is where you would end up if you want to start off as a white mage. And thanks for the congratulations, everyone. Well, especially you, Solaire. Thanks for that. The years not being kind. Everybody has a flaw. That is the nature of things. Oh, that's the housing. Fine. Let's board this guy. Be young again. It's funny that we have moments where we start sounding like old folks. Well, then again, I should mention that I am old. Despite my appearance, avatar-wise. Unless you wish to have that youthful vigor. speaking of which, youthful vigor aside, let's mention that real quick. So, I started to break a different habit this time. We're trying to start new habits, or basically restart old ones. Old, good ones, of course. Trying to do that. So, trying to restart good ones, I mean, it's gonna need a good bit of willpower to make it. In my case, that would include me trying to restart the whole health regimen. And it's been a tricky one, to be honest. Since now you're going to have to contend with not only schedule, it's the main reason that I stopped, but also the willpower to actually push. Get past those and reach a portion wherein you'll be able to Grandpa Sigurd already? No, not quite. Not exactly Grandpa. I'll have you know, I'm not yet a Grandpa. No. Too early to be a Grandpa. Too early. Decades early. Anyway. Hear about the cursed pile of rocks they call the lost city of Amdapor, I assume. I'm Riol, sister to the elder seed seer. Brother Isamiana hasn't told him much, has he? Discretion is the better part of his valor. Well, aside from Amdapor Keep, the city is all that remains of an advanced magical civilization from the 5th Astral Era. No records survive of how the city met its end, but the elementals tell us all was undone by what the Great One calls an unclean presence. I fear that what my brother senses is this very thing. Its satedness drained away after so many centuries. If it hungers for another city to slake its thirst on, I'll take it from here, sister. There you are, brother. Why must you dawdle so and leave the tedious explanations to me? Now, convey all you felt to this artful adventurer. Whatever you say, Gramps. Really? If I was Gramps already, Solaire, I would have a beard by now. Like you'd actually see the facial hair. Bushy and everything. With a matching cane, besides. If anything, I'd be like Louis Soir by now, but no, that's not the case. That's not me. No. Too old for that. Too old. I am too young to get that. I'm too young for that. Although, if you ended up going to the gym and then you find yourself sore, you might start feeling like one. So, that hurts. But no, I'm still young. Anyway, we digress. Let's go back to this. My sister paints me as a bumbling rustic, but I assure you, I am nothing of the sort. I'm simply attuned to something greater, which brings us to that darkness staring in Amdapor behind the barrier. Something has kindled there, and daily it grows. How the straight of the elementals are. I've not seen the like of it. They show me what feels like awakening and nightmares. I feel this calls for a more prosaic sensing than that of my rare gift. Some disaster slouches towards us. Might you discover the source of these dark visions and nip it in the bud? You are our best hope, Sigurd. Surely you can find the way to journey to Amdapor. You shall find the wood wailer by the name of Alfine keeping vigil at the barrier. And don't worry about returning here to us to tell of your findings. The elementals will doubtless keep us apprised. But enough talk. Good luck. Yep, we can hear the voices. Okay. So For this one, we'll have to unlock it using a level 50 class. I'll be using a different. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Switch. The Seeds have sent word of your coming. Begging you to glimpse into the darkness. Lost city festers more and more by the day. And they see you're to lands the boil, eh? Beyond this gate lies a land out of balance. Its earth aspect sapped by the climate. You had best be prepared before coming further. Rot and wrong, that's what you'll see. Creatures run mad, tormented by hooked burrs that clutch and burrow. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. No doubt you'll prevail, being favored by the Seed Seers and all. Fight well. So that opens up one dungeon. Let's open up another. One over here. Bring back our gun. The hell out of here! I forget that we get aggroed in this area if you're a low level. Oh boy. That sucks. Head down. I think we'll show up in Ul'dah in a bit. Let's see if we can unlock something in here. Just a leave. So you have to go to. We'll have to fly this. So I'm thinking of how we're gonna do this, because I think for the next few streams, before we actually push for the story, my main focus would be to get this job at least up to 50, so we can actually push the MSQ proper. So for that, my main focus is to get Machinist up there. So for the upcoming streams, we're going to have upcoming episodes where we're going to focus on pushing up the required jobs. I'm thinking 3 jobs are going to go through this. It's going to be Machinist, we're also going to have Astrologian, and I think Dark Knight as well. We're going to push all those 3 further, make them reach level 50, show the MSQ, not the MSQ, the job quests because they have really good stories. Their job quest stories are interesting. Okay? We're gonna feature all of those. Those are gonna be the main focus of the streams that will be coming up soon. And tomorrow is gonna be one such day. So we'll see if we can get those up and running soon. Ul'dah might have it. Let's go. In case Ul'dah doesn't answer, I think it's going to be one of the other spots on the other towns. I think a good way to conclude this is to run through a dungeon. Just not sure which one. Okay. One. Oh, there's a bunch. There's a whole bunch. There's that. Interesting. We're gonna be unlocking a bunch. Oh, this one. Ah! Why, you're Sigurd Chronosecht, the famous adventurer. Thank the gods for bringing you here. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Riol, one of the many faceless adventurers struggling to make their way in Eorzea. Forgive me if I sound bitter. I don't begrudge you your renown. Your superiority as an adventurer was obvious to me long before you became a household name. Our paths crossed near Sastasha, you see. Hard to believe we moved in similar circles back then. Speaking of which, do you perchance remember having met a conjurer named Ul'dah around that time? We used to adventure together, she and I, and two others. Our little group didn't last very long, though. Things fell to pieces when Avir, our leader and Uldah's fiancé, met his end in the Tamtara Deepcroft. Harsh words were exchanged, and we all went our separate ways. Since then, I've been getting by on my own. Truth be told, hadn't planned on seeing any of my former comrades again. But then this letter arrived from Ul'dah, containing an invitation to her wedding. Huh? What? Now I know what you're thinking. I should be happy for her, and I was. Until I noticed the name of her groom-to-be. It was none other than Avir. What's more, the venue of for the ceremony is to be in the Tamtara Deepcroft, the very place that poor fellow died. Something isn't right, I tell you. Now, in the letter, Ul'dah wrote that Liavine, that's the fourth member of our group, has already agreed to attend. They chanced to meet each other recently, so from what I could gather. Not knowing what to make of it all, I thought it wise to consult Liavine about the whole strange affair before replying. At last I heard she joined the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and didn't have the first idea of how to go about tracking her down. Not until the greatest sign of them all appeared. That is. Could you tell me where I might find her? She died. In the lit yard of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. I'm sorry, I don't... Slain in an Imperial raid, you say? By the 12, I had no idea. When did this happen? While the Black Wolf still lived. Then how can it be that Liavine met Ul'dah recently? Gods, I don't know what to believe. If it isn't too much to ask, I would be most grateful if you show me Liavine's grave. We didn't always see eye to eye, but she has a good heart. And if she's truly, well, I need to pay my respects. Please, meet me at the Ishgard. Okay, before I say anything, I think this is one of the creepiest side quests that we're gonna unlock. We're not gonna follow through yet. We're just unlocking a bunch of things because there's a certain something I need to open first. And I'm looking for it. Rise and Fall. I think it's just Sands of Dead. No, that's different. Okay, there's this one here, but we're not doing it. I will reserve this for another time before. I'm gonna put this at a vote. This specific one. I'm gonna put this in a vote once we have everybody at 50. So there's another one that's different. Oh no, I know this. This is the Beast Tribe, isn't it? Yep, this is a Beast Tribe one. I'm gonna reserve that as well for next time. It's another way to pass the time and gather tomestones while you're at it. In case you want to check it out. It's a thaumaturge. Okay. So we've seen those. Let's check the other side. I think I may have missed this one. Yeah, there's a bunch of quests that are from A Realm Reborn. So, and most of them are usually starting at level 50. Those are like the additional dungeons. They have really interesting quest lines though. Really interesting lore. Some of them scary as hell. If not scary, dark. That's the best way to describe a bunch of them. Okay. I think I found it. I think I found the thing. Alright, let me grab something first. Give me a second. And I'm back. So I had to grab some water because I think my throat's getting parched. Anyway, let's get to the market. So, interesting thing to note, there's a... I think it's a Fantasia. And another quest book. Ah, here. I was looking for this one. Time heals all wounds, or so they say. Or so say those who have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers passed since I carried the standard of the Darklight Raiders into Cutter's Cry. Not a day goes by that I don't see the faces of the friends I lost that day. Herbold the Red and his loyal second, Obriest, Stillwater, Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and a jest, our ever-ireful mage, Kiran Zabran, as quick to cast as he was to temper. Ormo and Thousand Gil, never has there lived a man with a tighter grip, be it on his coin or his sword. Let us not forget one Alison. Oh, it's hard for to fathom now, what with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in the spring. There was once a time when bands of mercenaries were who the city-states turned to in need of blade. The Darklight Raiders being the bigger and best of the bands. Ishgardian funded forays into hellish pits like the Aurum Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days. Though it only take a night of devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses. But so was the life of a raider. That is, until we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I stood against herds of giant buffaloes on Ogumoro, snurble infestations on the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagin, from the abyssal depths of the Indigo Deep. None of that prepared us for the horrors we would face in Hellbrood's holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The bards still sing of the day seven of the realm's finest warriors set off into the baubles of that forsaken place, but only saw one return, Sigurd the Stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn all others who would be foolish enough to attempt to despoil the Chimera's lair. My apologies. You did not come here to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man, but if you have a moment, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace with his past before departing on his soul journey towards the Seven Gates. In each of his 30 summers since escaping from the maws of the terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay the proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Sigurd. And try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. It's not too much to ask. Would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my stead? Place these bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Darklight Raiders. Okay, that specific one is the one I needed because I'm looking for that specific duty because I heard it got updated. Let me reveal to you what I mean. Let's check duty support real quick. There should be... Oh, it's not here yet. What? Oh, it's because we haven't reached the area yet. Will it open soon? Once it unlocks, it's there. We're here again. Oh no, he's here again. Okay, folks. In case you want a bottle of Fantasia, I think that's our man. Right now, I'm still good. We'll go back to that friend. See how we'll fare. Bike, we got a gun. Oh, and having very late dinner. That's good. Alright, so we're just gonna unlock this dungeon. I'm gonna run something first before we end tonight. We're gonna continue this tomorrow. We're gonna run something tonight. Trying to figure out what. Give me a moment. Okay, hold up. Let's join here real quick. How am I joining this? Nice. Okay. And if you remember our Final Fantasy XIV tabletop RPG session, remember fighting these? Our heroes had to fight the sentries. This brings it back. Looks good. Trigger anything? We're fine. Got some sentries blocking the path. So. Here we are. This here's Crutter's Cry. A maze of caverns with a quicksand to boot. Go right on in if you're sure that of your adventuring skills. Closer. You just remember the ants. This is exactly it. This is where the ants come from. And that opens the dungeon. Switch over to the character class. This here's Crutter's Cry, a maze of caverns with quicksand to boot. Go right in if you're sure of adventure skills. And you hear that? It sounds like whuffing snort when a fire catches. That's a chimera. Not that I've seen it. Sure, go right in. If you're that certain of your ability to make it out in one piece, just don't expect me to go trotting in after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. You promised old Sybil the Stoic, did you? He's what's called a man of principle, he is. And not too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when you're a wife and at home big with child? Aye. Tale goes that rather than facing the fates spun for him by Naimea, He hid beneath the mangled body of his leader, and watched as his companions were torn apart one by one, all so that he might return home to see his son born. Should he have died a hero rather than lived a coward? Was being able to see his son worth having a boy grow knowing his father was craven? Disgrace to his friends and family. Surely I ever find myself faced with a similar decision, would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? I know the true reason why I never stepped into that cave. Yeah, I do. I get you, but at the same time, nah. Let's go. And there is Cutter's Cry. However, I don't think we'll be running through that dungeon just yet, especially with our character. Instead, back to this guy. While we're at it, let's look for duties. Okay, there it is. The goal is to basically increase our item levels or something. And you can best increase your item level by, of course, upgrading your armor and weapons and such. It's gonna basically count it by the average, or you can actually enter the dungeon or so. I don't think we have anything running today, though. So we'll be running that. So I'll be doing some dungeon roulettes also off stream. In case you're wondering what's going to be happening, and if you see me already in position at another location, I can do it. Let's do a... There it is, Cutter's Cry, right here. That's for level 30. We'll do something that's kind of close to our level. We'll enter Hawk Manor. Just to see how it's going to be like once we have character vision. Go. Let's go. Oh, no. Nice. Let's get the key here. And let's get to the next area. Here we go. somewhere. Okay then. This one. Here. There. Over there. That doesn't look good. I swear, this whole part about getting keys. Yeah, this dungeon. Yep. It's that bit about like going to this dungeon to grab the keys. Remember that bit? There's that one friend who always says at the boss here, I can fix her. Oh no. Bunch of the bosses here are basically that. Like they fall under that territory. Yes. I think your friend is not beating the allegations, man. There it is. Enemy down. We have the key. Locked. Oh no, he did. Oh no, they broke. Oh, that's all. Door should. Oh, there it is. Sandals. Oh. See that later. Oh yeah. Okay, that one was risky, by the way, especially if you're doing it solo. It's a risky move. You don't want to do this if you have friends that you play with and they know how you work. Key over here. All right, nice. Oh wait, two keys. Okay, so some of you might be noticing, why am I not rushing? Well, good reason. I'm actually exploring the area. Other things, when you rush this when it comes into a west, some things that you might find curious in terms of hidden lore and such. If not treasure. Here you go again. Is going strong. Or glam items. Or, depending on how you view this, is either glam items or items that you can sell. There it is, the key in question. Fortunate thing about this is that you don't have to worry about tracking ammo. Like the game kind of did it for us. Not tracking it anymore. And we just got our level. Oh yeah. Just kind of fix this later. Once we finish this particular duty. And to finalize it, we are going up. Oh no. Forgot the thing. You forgot a crucial one. Forgot the parchment. This is a blunder that you might end up doing, especially if you're doing roulettes. This can happen. Sometimes it tends to happen to anyone, including mentors and sprouts both. In my case, it was that. Being sleepy. We'll have to hurry and end the stream. So Larry, when you said hot, I think you were referring to this one. Oh no, not again. we go. And we just gained our levels. Hercules Guile. I wonder what that is, kid. That's a blow. Okay. Not exactly what we want, but on the bright side, it gave us levels. And if in case you wondered why it's just suddenly quiet, well, it's we can take this off. Nice. But that thing got us 2 levels. Which is nice. Right? 2 levels. 3 more levels to go and we should be able to hit level 5. So I think the best way for this is we'll have to run well, for an actual roulette to happen, we will have to save that for tomorrow's stream. Although the question of whether I should show it to you live or not, so wondering if we should prefer, if you would prefer seeing Machinist in action, or you'd rather see the quest line. So, would you like to see the quest line next stream, or would you also like to see our Machinist in action with other players? Let me know what you think before I queue tomorrow. For now, we're heading back. We're gonna go back to hunting our logs and stuff to make sure everything is all set. As we try to power up our hero here. Also need to look at the challenge logs. We'll need to do all of these to get us our rewards, our daily stuff. We just need to kill 20 more enemies before we end the stream. So, come on, let's do that. There's a criteria for that. Parallel level. Comparable level, of course. For that, we'll have to go to new location. Done. But that is a little too dangerous. We are not doing that again. But yeah, more Sigurd, the better, I guess. We shall do that. Right now, we won't be doing this off screen. We're gonna save this for another stream instead. So we'll sit here. Here. Right here. We'll be sitting down here for a while. We'll continue our foray into leveling up our friend here. Not there. Sit there. Sit there. So, that's it for today. Tomorrow, more insanity with the machinist. And while we're doing the machinist leveling grind and all that stuff, we'll also do some side quests. But we might need also to see how many things can we pull off with this particular gunner setup. Would you rather see other jobs as well right now for this particular expansion? Or would you prefer to see more of Sigurd's adventures as this? I don't know. We'll find out soon. But feel free to let me know what you'd like to see next. Final Fantasy XIV, or if you want to see another game instead, do leave a comment. Do send me a message as well if you want to request anything, or feel free to also interact with our streams as well. Join the Discord as well for that. You can check our other friends there. Right now it's a little dormant, but we're going to get ourselves back up and running again. Wondering about opening one of these. Let's see. Either way, we're going to enjoy ourselves next. Our upcoming set of adventures. So right now, we'll rest. I'll rest it out tonight because I feel drained for today's festivities, per se. Tomorrow, we'll get this going. So, I'll see you soon. We'll enjoy ourselves tonight. Tomorrow, more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. With the machinist in tow. So that's it for me. I'll see you again next time, same time, 10 o'clock Central Time. For others, it's going to be probably a different time for your watching here. It might be morning, it might be evening. Just keep an eye out. So we'll have the stream going. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. And may you ever be steadfast amidst the winter. Did you like that? Be kind and be good to each other. Be stalwart light of hope amidst the despair that's going on in front of us. The chaos is going on right now. Remember to be kind to everyone. Be good to everyone. May you all walk in the light of crystal, just like the water of light. I'll see you soon. May there be more adventures to come.